Greetings, listeners. I'm your host for the night, Zach, here again introducing you to another episode of Spacers, our Starfinder actual playcast. Our first few episodes back were recorded via Discord, so some audio quality issues will be expected. This podcast and all of our other shows are brought to you by the amazing supporters such as Noops, Alec, D-Devil1193, Alex, Studley, KJ, Chris D, Rusted Grail, and all of our other supporters over on Ko-fi. Thanks for sticking with us through the hiatus, and visit our Ko-fi page to support the shows, get more podcasts, limited stock items, and special unlocks for Spacers in the Call. Thank you again for all of your support. Updates on the call! Our COVID restrictions changed again! We're trying something new and looking to see what we can record with the new setup at the end of the month. It won't be perfect, but it should hopefully allow us to keep the same atmosphere while also getting new episodes out, so stay tuned for those. If you're looking for Spacers in the Call merch or other projects we have on the go, please head over to our main website at twistedgearstudios.com. But for now, last we left the crew, they begin to enact their plans to ensure their past selves defeat Jovac, prepping to retrieve the original Meteor and plant it on Palamon for their past selves to find. Flinch decides to upgrade the exterior sensor array. Unfortunately, he is not alone out there. Mr. Flinch, you've just adjusted the sensor array of the Meteor so that you can scan other versions of the Meteor's engine signature in case of tracking, and a Void Hag has come out of the drift and just slammed you against the thing. It hasn't dealt any damage. It just barely missed your armor class, so it has touched you, but your armor was hardy enough to resist. But now you have this bat shape ends up kind of twisting and shaping itself. The tendrils on its head kind of form hair-like strands as the wings now form some kind of robe, and this gaunt face with like pits like the covering of a planetoid hit with meteorites now just like in a spectral form looks angry as if you just somehow disturbed it. Feel free just to roll me a quick initiative here.
Also roll initiative?
I'll get to you guys.
So, my initiative is 12. It's not, it could be worse, but it's 12.
It could be better, though. She rolled higher than that number.
Yeah, I have a +6 initiative, so I only rolled the 6.
Hag goes first. So after you've been knocked aside and reaches on back.
I've been rolling pretty poorly, so we shall see.
No, it's not going to cast a spell at you right now. As it kind of like flips its hand out, it almost as if its hand turns into like this super thin razor and slices across at you. Oh, what's your KAC?
21.
It just barely misses again. You watch as this razor tries to cut through your suit and expose you to the vacuum of the drift, and it just misses. With that, it's your turn.
How far away is the entrance?
About 65, 70 feet of like hull distance. Like you could, let's put it this way. To run along the hull, it's about 65, 75 feet. But to jump might be a little shorter.
Okay. Because as a Yosoki, I have an ability called Moxie.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have any penalties for being in zero gravity.
That's right, too.
I can move normally because of my tail.
Yep.
The
Yep.
ability's called Moxie?
Yeah, it's called... Well, Moxie gives me a pile of different things.
Oh, okay.
But I'm assuming it is between me and the entrance, though.
Yes, if you jump, it will get an attack of opportunity.
Okay. So part of Moxie is I get a bonus on acrobatics to move through enemy space. So I'm just going to quickly check something.
Yeah.
Because this seems important.
Your survival, likely.
Okay, here it is. the DC to move is so the DC would be 15 plus 1.5 times the opponent's. Oh no, never mind. The DC is 20 plus 1.5 the opponent's CR. So in order to move through,
Okay.
I would have to attempt anything.
Yeah.
I would make that check.
Yep, that's your action. Give it a go. Roll me acrobatics.
Okay, so I'm really good at it.
Oh yeah.
I get a +5 for Moxie. So I have a +20.
Okay.
Okay. 33.
So you wrap your tail around one of the little hooks that's kind of hanging off the ship, and you go to pull yourself forward acrobatically and deftly nimble around. And she gets a swipe at you. It's not enough.
Okay, fair enough.
Just like you just barely were short.
But because I have mobility, any opportunity attacks, I get a +4 to my AC.
Okay.
So I'm at 25.
25? Oh, this might still...
Please.
Might still hit you, though.
Oh.
Just trying to do math here. Oh my god. Yeah, that's a 33 to hit.
Yeah.
I rolled really high.
I gotta try.
No, absolutely. Survival is key, man. 21 points of damage as this spectral blade carves on through, and there's now an incision in your flight suit. You are now going to lose 1 point of damage per turn. Yeah, for now that's basically it. You're essentially you're on the verge of suffocation.
How much damage was it? 21, you said?
21, yeah.
21.
Yep.
Okay. I'm just so I can keep track.
All right.
Okay.
Your turn.
So I'm gonna.
Oh, sorry, that was your turn. That was the opportunity attack. What's the rest of your turn?
No, I still get a move.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. What's the rest of your turn?
Oh, well, since I've already taken the opportunity attack, I'm going to attempt to move toward the access way. I'm worried about jumping because if she can fly and she just grabs me off of the ship, I'm probably so I'm going to move toward the entranceway, but over the comm, I'm going to be like, I'm getting killed out here by a tentacle thing.
Been watching this whole thing.
So you're watching from the cargo bay. He's not in front of the cargo bay, so you're at the door closest to him. You just can't see what's happening. But now that he's called out, I will get everyone else to roll initiative.
Yeah.
And there's no cameras out on the outside of the ship. It's not that convenient.
Greg rolled a natural 20.
Jesus Christ! I'm not even gonna ask Grex first. It's like a fucking. Laurel, what'd you get? Laurel?
12.
12. What's your dex? It's probably lower than Flinch's.
Yeah, mine's good.
Yeah, it's probably low. I get a +3 to my dex.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm better.
Yeah, what'd you get?
Yeah.
11.
Oh my.
I rolled an 11 on the die.
And Cliptic, what'd you get?
I also have an 11.
Oh
Ooh.
no. Cliptic, do you have any pluses to your dexterity?
Dexterity is +2.
So you get.
Yeah, I definitely have the worst dexterity in the group.
So, starting off this brand new, well, Flinch just had his initiative turn go, so we're gonna say that was like that little, you guys had one turn on your own back to regular top of the order initiative to kind of see how this is just the speed upon everyone scattering with this information, your comms. Greg, you are first.
Did we attach him to anything after when he went out?
He attached himself
Yeah.
to the
He's
ship.
got a tether.
Okay. Is there a way to reel him in or anything towards the door for the?
You don't have a
airlock?
winch. He's literally just tied off.
Yeah.
To wheel him in, you'll have to go out into the vacuum and hand bomb him in.
And I'm assuming that would require athletics, right?
Yes.
Okay. Is there a goblin-sized spacesuit available?
Yeah, you all have
Where we are.
spacesuits.
Okay.
Now, we'll take an action to put your spacesuit on if that is the choice you wish to go with.
That's the choice I'm going with, yes.
Okay. So I'll say that, because were you waiting by the door when Flinch left, or did you go, or are you piloting the ship at the time that he went outside?
Um,
Probably should have asked that before we started this
if
combat.
Flinch was going outside, I probably would have went with the others because we were kind of, still making decisions about exactly what we were going to do. I'm assuming I had piloted, like taken the ship as far as we were going to go at that point. I wouldn't want it to have been moving while he was outside.
Well, we still would have been traveling through drift.
You're still traveling through drift.
Oh yeah, we're in drift. Oh.
Because moving.
Okay, yeah.
in space.
If we were in drift, I probably would have been in the pilot seat. Yeah.
Okay, so then your movement is going to be to get there 45 feet. Absolutely, you can get to the hangar bay to put your suit on, action to put your suit on. So you are at the door, but you're not in the cargo bay yet. All right, the hag gets to go. And you said you're still on the hull, correct, Derek?
Yeah, I jump out. No.
Okay, she. Okay.
No.
This is gonna be fun.
No, it's not.
How does this work now? I need you, Flinch, to make me a fortitude saving throw.
Not my best save, but also not my worst one. Let's see. Okay, so I rolled a 2. So I have a 9.
Oh, that's not good.
And it's not gonna do it. Like, it's just rolls. What can I do? It's just
Okay. Mr. Lynch, you take 8 points of bludgeoning damage as while you're crawling along the hull trying to get away, she doesn't move, but you feel this wrapping of hands around your neck, and you kind of start reaching for your spacesuit, and there's nothing there, but you're getting Darth Vader choked there in space. This hag is just like making the gesture with her hand from a distance. You are immobilized. You cannot take any you can't make any movements. Now you can make a check every turn to break this. Oh,
it must be conditional on the spell, because I can't find the immobilized condition.
I had to find it somewhere else. It's
Okay, cool,
it's
cool,
wonky.
cool.
I found it though.
Cool, perfect.
You can still attack, except with anything that involves biting. Now you're in a space anyway, so you can still make the attack action. You just cannot physically move anywhere, or cast spells, or do anything that involves vocalizing.
Fair enough.
So it's a good thing you made the call beforehand.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, and you're holding your breath right now. You cannot breathe while this is in effect.
Okay. Let's see how long I can do that for.
Yeah, what's your constitution?
Not the greatest. 14, so +2.
14. So for 14 rounds, you can hold your breath.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's actually not bad. That's actually pretty good. All right. With that, next up is actually Tim.
Yes.
He's sitting there going, "Oh no,
Want to help? Go get my Dashko.
okay." So he's gonna
Or help reel him in. One of those two. I don't know. Go!
So he runs to your room. He's going to grab your Dashko. He's going to use the dash action to rush on back, and he's going to hand you your Dashko. Flinch, it is your turn.
Good man.
Okay. I'm face to face with hell.
It's a hag.
Yeah. Okay, so it's guaranteed I did not have my rifle with me, so I'm not even going to suggest it. I wouldn't take that out there.
That's fair.
But I believe it is within the realms of possibility I took Sunshine.
I would buy that. That's fair.
It's really the only 2 weapons I carry. when Greg isn't a baby and is wielding sunshine.
That's fair. If you have it on you to give a baby, I would assume that you just sidearm. It's just on your hip, right?
So basically, since I can't really do anything, you said I get a save at the end of the turn or something? Is there some... Oh, no.
Nope, she has to roll to maintain it every single turn.
Okay, that's... I'm going to, unholster Sunshine and just overcharge it and try to shoot.
Absolutely. Roll for attack.
Okay. Now, of course, I'm not as good with Sunshine as I am with the rifle, but...
Sucks. Getting back into the swing of things.
It is radiant damage, though. If that makes it...
What, Mike?
Okay. Yeah. Rolling to hit. I hit a 24. Well, Sunshine's radiant damage. I'm assuming it's EAC.
It is EAC.
A 24.
That hits. That just hits.
Oh.
That just hits.
Do I have a 25% chance to hit? And I hit? Yes.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. So.
I'll let you guys get all the gear you wanted. Yeah, you're going to start dealing with tougher monsters.
All we ended up getting was armor.
Which is great. Then she casts a spell, which doesn't require your armor, so that sucks.
Ooh. So I rolled actually fairly well for damage. I did 19 radiant damage.
Ooh. That's pretty good. All right, so you pull, you're like, you're choking there, you pull up the pistol, you just fire it, and you strike her right in the side, and you watch as there's like this radiant burning hole in her side that is actually, you seemed to have really done a number on her with that one. But that is it. You cannot take the move, take a movement.
Yep, that's it.
Laurel.
That's it.
Got your Dashko.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a spacesuit on.
That is your action, yeah.
That's my whole action. But I'm already at the door.
Mm-hmm.
So can I now use my move to open the door and go through into the I'm assuming there's like a compression chamber in between this door and the next door?
Yes, for simplicity, I'll say that there is. We're not going to make it that complicated. The numbers are already a pain in the butt.
Airlock, that's what it's called.
Airlocks in space.
Open the
Everyone
door.
knows this.
And
You open the door,
go into
Tim
airlock,
goes flying out
leaving
into the
door
drift.
Open for... leaving the door open for Greg to follow me on Greg's turn.
Yeah, I'll say that with Greg's speed, that basically the two of you were in the antechamber together, and you've just basically got a chance to push yourself out first. So you're now heading on out. Now, are you trying to walk or are you trying to fly? Zero gravity.
Okay, so we went through the. Are we waiting? Do I have to wait in the airlock, or can I be in space?
You could be in space.
But that would be it.
That
You would just
Yeah.
Basically, you won't leave the hangar bay. But my question is, are you gonna like zero gravity float through the hangar bay, or are you gonna safely stomp your way through the hangar bay with your mental boots? One is safer but slower. One is dangerous but faster.
I'm gonna float because I believe in my skills to catch the door at the edge of the hangar bay.
Okay.
Laurel would.
Laurel just immediately out into the hangar bay, launches forward into the depths of space. Sure, that won't become a problem later. Cliptic.
So I'm going to cast Life Bubble on, may as well do it on everyone, just in case she breaches the hull or breaches their suits.
Do you have to be within visual range of people?
I would assume I am.
Yeah, you do. She can do everyone but me.
Yes.
Oh, really?
You
can't see him.
It's fine. It is what it is, but it's good for everybody else. It's still a good move.
Okay. Well, then
Yeah.
I will do it to everyone. And basically what it does is it's a 1-inch shell of tolerable living conditions, including in the vacuum of space.
Hey!
Wait, how long does that last for?
1 day per mystic, 1 day per level. So technically it could last for a week.
Oh my god!
What?
Greg could live out in space
No,
for a
no,
week?
No,
Do you
listen,
know the possibility?
Listen. Why didn't Flinch go ask Cliptic to cast the sauna before he went down in the vacuum of space? These are the things that happen when you're under stress.
That's amazing. All right, that was your action. What do you want to do for your movement there, Cliptic?
I'm going to move down to where everybody else is, just in case there is
All
a confrontation down there.
So I'll say that in order for this to have worked, you had to move down there to then cast spell semantics, but you have to be able to see everybody. Okay. Diantha.
1 second. I'm just to remind you, Zach, I forgot to take the damage from my decompression last turn, so I'm taking it now.
Okay, cool.
Remember, I'm supposed to... Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So we don't need to put on our spacesuits anymore because we can breathe in space? Is that what I'm getting?
That is correct.
Great. That changes Rosalind. All right, I'm gonna use
Cliptic,
my
clutch.
move action to get up and use my movement to get up and out onto the hall.
Okay.
And oh man, that's completely changed what I was gonna do.
So with your full, how far can you move? What's your full movement speed?
Not very fast. It's 30 feet.
30 feet. Okay, 30 feet. You can get right to the edge of the cargo bay. You can basically reach where his tether point is, but you're still not quite far enough to see him. He's there. Your entire hangar bay is like 35, 40 feet. So you're at the same distance with Laurel's kind of in the air above you.
I see.
Yeah, so you can reach his tether point, but you still can't see him. Because he's outside and up and above.
Fair enough then. I will grab the tether and I will begin pulling it in. And I'm going to use saving expertise. I'm going to spend a resolve point to give me expertise on the strength check.
Damn, all right.
So I'll add a d6 or whatever I roll.
Roll athletics with your expertise. That's dope. Convoys, man.
Okay. So, fuck off. I rolled a nat 1.
Okay.
What's your plus?
It's plus 9, which is 10.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Nope.
I know.
All right.
Plus my is 13.
You're not sure why this is the way you decided to do it, but to pull the rope, you decided to unloop it so that you can get full tension on it, like full stance on it.
Fuck.
And when you do that, you kind of fumble a little bit, and the rope is now kind of he's not launched into space, but the rope is now free from the ship. All right, Greg.
Whoa.
I
You
knew
have-
Diantha didn't like me.
Greg,
You see that when you see the door is open, you see Laurel kind of like prepared to launch, just fly out to the middle of fucking space. Diantha's on the hull, having just trying to fumble with a rope, and the rope is drifting off into space. What do you want to do?
So, the original plan with Greg is that he was going to try and reel Flinch in.
Yeah.
And he's going to continue with that plan.
Okay.
So you just tell me what I need to do.
Okay. In order to pull the rope, you need to be on something to pull it. So unfortunately, you will not be able to use the pull like acrobat or athletics this turn, but you can make either this would be space survival. Do you have any abilities that help you move in zero gravity?
Let me see here.
Because, like, for instance, Flinch has like Moxie, right? Do you have anything like that? That will determine what I get you to roll.
Get anything.
Not really. The closest I have is like uncanny agility, but that's mostly just that I'm immune to being flat-footed, flanking, and prone.
I need you to roll me a survival check in order to juggle you, zero gravity, the rope, and all of that good stuff.
So basically, just to catch it and hold it this turn.
That is your action to coordinate floating through space, grabbing the rope, and preparing yourself. Yeah. You have to get there with your movement. And this
Okay,
is a
I
coordinated effort.
I got a 25 in total on my survival.
I'm
You
glad.
launch on out, you grab the rope and tap your boots. You're now there with the rope in hand. Flinch shouldn't go flying if he gets nudged.
Okay.
I'm glad
All
everyone.
right. Yeah, that's fine for me. I trust Laurel to be able to go out and brutalize whatever's happening out there.
All right.
I'm glad-
Oh, sorry, you're glad what now?
Sorry. I'm glad everyone else seems to be rolling so well.
All right, so you dealt a shit
Say
ton of
that.
damage to her last turn there, Derek.
Yeah, but because I'm overcharging Sunshine, I only get 4 more shots and then the battery's dead.
Actually, hang on a sec. Plus... So, Mr. Derek, I'm gonna retcon one little thing. I forgot to
Sure.
roll her. She rolls concentration for concentration spells at the moment of receiving damage, not at the top of her turn.
Okay.
She lost concentration on the... What was the name of the spell? Oh, it's got a good name. On the psychokinetic strangulation. So you were able to move at the end of last turn. So if you want to take your movement now, you can. When you shot her, she lost concentration on the spell. So you felt a release of your neck. You could have moved last turn. So you can move now before she goes.
She will get an opportunity attack, though, just to be clear, because I will be moving away from her.
Nope, you already you took that. You already moved away from her. She cast the spell at range earlier. You moved past her before.
Oh, yeah.
So that won't apply here. You're fine.
I'm going to move ever closer to the hatchway.
Okay.
I think I'm still going to be around 20 feet away. Anyway, so she's still able to get at me.
Yep. She'll have to move and stuff. But yeah, so you're about 15 feet away. You can actually see now that Greg is standing at the edge, holding a rope, and that Laurel is just on her way out of the hangar bay from your angle there, seeing her like in the air, just be like, yeah. Gonna go out into space. I'm sure it'll be fine.
And you can see, anyone who can see me now can see my suit leaking. Like, you should be able to see that I'm in trouble. I'm in big trouble.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in so much trouble.
You're not at the door yet. You're on your way, though.
Yeah, I'm on my way.
Yes.
See, the problem was Flinch did ask for that spell, but he asked Clippy 1, and Clippy 1 said no, and then had a conversation with Clippy 2, who was like, "You're such an ass," and then decided to cast that spell for the rest of us after.
No.
Flippy 1 is still back in time. We've established that.
Clippy 2 is better anyway.
There is only Clippy 2 now.
There's only
Oh.
one Clip Dick.
There can only be one.
There has only ever been one.
Ah!
Oh, damn.
Are you
All
sure?
right. Flinch, I need you to make me a fortitude saving throw.
Okay. Let's see if I do better than last time. I did do better. I rolled a 3. So, hey, nobody can accuse me of fudging a dice roll. Clearly.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
So that gives me a 10. I
Yeah,
have a 10.
that is not enough.
I know.
So you feel you've heard of these effects before, but you don't feel anything strike you, but you suddenly feel grossly ill, like parts of like your bowels begin to twist and turn. You feel like your blood's boiling. You take, oh my god, 8 points of constitution damage.
Okay, so you have to give me a second because that'll retcon my max
Yep.
hit point. Yeah. Give
Yep.
Me a second.
But while you're there, I'm just going to tell you both these so you can do all the math at once.
Sure.
This is the primary effect, is you take 2, so I rolled really good, 8 points of con damage and 5 points of strength damage. as you are highly irradiated,
Okay.
which is rather shit. But she then moves out into the void of space. She's not able to get ahead of you. She's still kind of behind you. But she moves in such a way that Laurel, Diantha, and Grek, you can all see this hag now floating out in front of the hangar bay in sight of all of you.
Okay, so number one is I can tell with the damage to my strength that I will not be able to walk under my own volition. Okay? I'm
Yep.
going to be too weak to walk. So I'm pretty much just going to be, curled into a ball, holding on to my stuff, but I can't. I'm too weak, so I will now have to rely.
Yep. So
People
you
to
guys
drag me in.
can also see Grek. You can now tell this. You could feel the rope was getting looser as he was getting closer. It's kind of like naturally kept along with it, and then you feel it go like extra loose, and now you can see that he's actually like curled over in pain and has let go of the ship, and it's kind of drifting between the hag and the rest of you guys.
Okay.
Tim.
Yeah, so while you move on, I'm going to work out my hit point thing, Zach. I'm
course.
going to work out what's going on. Okay.
Tim is what's he gonna do? He's not very useful. He's gonna ready an action to close the hangar door once everyone's in. That's what he's gonna do. All right. This would be Flinch's turn, but you're doing a bunch of math there. We can give you a little bit. I can cut this.
Well, I can't really do anything, but I will take that 1 damage. I automatically take that 1 damage on my turn.
Oh, that's right, because you're suffocating.
Yeah.
Yep.
I wouldn't be able to do anything else anyway. I'm completely at the whatever the group does to save me.
You can take actions, I think.
Yeah, but I'm too weak. I have a strength of 3, which means that I'm technically all I can do is curl into a ball.
Oh,
Like,
no.
I can't do anything. So they can, you know what I mean? I'll
Laurel,
just maintain.
it's your turn.
Yep. All right. How far away is she from me?
I'd say about 25 feet.
Okay, and she's floating in the vastness of space?
Yep.
If I were holding on to the side of the ship, could I reach her?
No.
Okay. Cool. Then I am going to do... Yeah, I will figure this out. Yeah. What I'm going to do is I'm gonna do a bull rush. So I will launch myself out of the ship to hit her, pushing her backwards, but that will halt my momentum, so I'm not flying away anymore.
So basically, you want to maintain
So I
your
have to roll-
trajectory to hit her, and hope
Yeah.
to God it knocks you back to the ship. How do you want to do that? What do you
Or
say?
at least pauses
least
her movement.
Stops me. Right?
If you hit her.
Transfer of momentum.
Yeah, if you hit her.
If I hit her. Yep.
So-
So-
Roll the dice.
Team Rocket
So
blast
bull
off.
rush, which is a melee attack roll.
Yeah.
It's a combat maneuver. So
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
rolling my attack roll right now.
Cool with this happening. Yeah,
That's
go for
against
it.
her KAC.
So if this works going forward, we're calling this move the Laurel.
I'm for it.
My last name is Shift Jumper. 21.
21.
Sorry, 22. I could math.
22.
22.
Okay. One thing I will say is I'm gonna give you. Do you get additions to that because you're moving? Pretty sure Bull Rush you get like a plus something to it if you had a running start, which I'm applying forward momentum from last movement of 30 feet to that.
It doesn't say.
Okay.
I can.
According to starfinder.dragonlash.com.
Okay, cool. So no, that's fine. So Bull Rush. So it's full round attack. You just maintain your movement to go and catch her. You said you got a 22? The only reason why I'm asking is because that does not hit. Which means that you have now launched yourself forward, and she just kind of drifts aside, and you're now continuing forward into the depths of space.
But you'll survive for a week.
Yeah.
Well, you'll die of thirst first.
That's why I was so picky. I'm like, is there anything else you want to add
So
to
that
that? No, we
actually-
can't.
that-
Fuck. So Laurel goes to launch herself over towards the hag. She kind of moves to the side. Laurel. Oh, yeah.
And I, because I'm holding my Dashko, while I'm flying past her, swing out my Dashko at her.
No, so the bull rush is the attack. The idea is that she has sidestepped the attack and you have missed completely. It's just the nature of zero gravity. You're going to just keep on going in that direction.
Do I get a maneuver? Because that was my action.
Bull rush is a combination of your movement and your action. That's how bull rush works. So the idea is that you've taken your 30 feet to rush at the person. You're combining the action together to make this additional benefit to your attack. So that was your movement / action.
Yep.
Which.
Yep. That's all I can do.
All right. Cryptic.
My turns are short.
Sorry.
I want to move that I can see Flinch.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay. And I'm going to cast Life Bubble again around him.
Hey! Mr. Flinch, you stop losing 1 health point every turn.
Yes. As a side note, everybody, also coming out of the suit where the escaping is blood.
Lots of blood.
There's blood. I have moved into, of course, with me doing my math, I have moved into hit point damage. My stamina has been completely depleted.
You'll be fine. All right. That was your movement and your casting. Well done. You're saving people's lives. Diantha.
I'm gonna get into. I can see the hag from here.
Yes. Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna be like, pick on someone your own size, and I'm gonna use draw fire to give her a -4 penalty to all attacks that are not against me.
Okay. I don't think she has to roll anything for that, eh?
No, it just happens. I spend a resolve point to do it.
Yep, that makes sense. All right. You watch as she kind of like draws her ire towards you.
For my movement, I'm gonna use get him and gesture to like her location. Because this is a move action I've learned, not a full action, so I can pretty much do this whenever, and everyone gets a +1 to attack rolls against her.
Let's be creative. How do you want to insult her and inspire your team at the same time?
Okay, so I turn around and I say, pick on someone your own size, and then I just like frantically look at where everyone is like floating away. I'm like, you're going the wrong direction. She's right there.
All right. She gets -4 to any attack that's not against Diantha. You all get +2.
+1.
+1. You all get +1 against the hag. Grek.
Greg is going to start trying to pull Flinch in
Okay.
to the hangar bay.
Athletics check. The DC is insanely low because he's frail.
Okay.
I'm an old rabbit. I'm Splinter.
Worse, you're a raisin with hair.
I got 30 total.
You literally just kind of like, yeah, and don't even know your own strength. He just goes right at you. And you're able to catch this frailing rat, and you can see now that you, as an external force, looking down, he's like coughing up blood. His eyes are bulging out of his head. There's like pus coming out of the cheeks. He is not looking good. How about your action? We want to do movement wise.
Oh man, you think that the Brown Times would have prepared him for this? I'm going to in order to pick him up or carry him, that would be a straight up strength check or another athletics.
He is so frail and light, you can just move with him.
Okay.
He's like -4 to carry, so.
Tim's still nearby, right?
He's got life force on him too, but yeah, he's back at the hangar bay door, waiting to close the door when everyone's safe.
All right, want to move. I want to with Flinch's limp body in tow. I want to bring him over to Tim and say, I'll stay here with them. You take him to the med bay.
Oh, Flinch! He seems like he will follow along with that.
Ugh.
I thought he might.
No.
He is terrified of me. That helps as well.
As you're dragging Flinch over, all you can see in his eyes is terror. He is completely... You've never seen it like this. He is terrified. He's pretty much so scared he's in shock. Plus the damage he's taken, which makes complete sense with what's happened to him.
Yep.
Like, he is... Even if his strength, even if he wasn't so weak from ability damage, he would probably be frozen anyway.
Tim just bridal carries him into the, well, we'll get to Tim in a sec.
Yeah.
So,
And just
oh, yeah.
and just for anybody who's listening, if you've noticed, if it's an engineering or computers check, yes, I roll really high. But if it's anything else, I'm shafted.
Skill challenges.
Roll.
All right. The hag gets to go, but being very drawn to Diantha's yells of intimidation, she is going to fly right towards Diantha.
This is a great encounter, by the way. This is cool.
Oh, thanks. I just hope nobody dies.
Scary.
It'll be fine.
But it's also the idea
Nice.
of real risk. Right?
First time in a while.
Well, I was doing math just to make sure I wasn't dead.
Hope it didn't kill you in one hit. I was like, this is brutal. Radiation sucks. Never
Yeah, I was
used
hit
radiation.
twice before then.
That's true too. Okay, I need Diantha to make me a reflex save, please.
That's the one I'm not very good at.
Damn hags.
Is this a magic effect?
Yes. Very much so.
Finally, I can use my. I have a +2 save against magic.
There
Finally,
you go.
I can use it. Okay.
Have at her. Well, that's it again, right? It's like me not using magic
cannot
stuff
do it
means that
again.
anyone having magic resistance is useless.
Ah!
Did you
You
roll a
rolled
1? You
I rolled a
didn't.
2. I rolled a 2.
That could have been much
2.
worse. That could have been much worse.
So
Okay.
it's only a 10.
You take 12 points of bludgeoning damage as she kind of like begins to swirl her hand around, and you can feel just the dark matter around you begin to create some kind of like an invisible tornado, but you feel it kind of begin to like pull and rack at your body. And then it just flings you down to the ground, and the spiraling keeps you on the floor. You are knocked prone. And I think, Cliptic, you're nearby. Anytime anyone in this area wishes to move while this space is in under this spell, you must make a acrobatics check in order to make it through without being also tied into this. It's basically a little telekinetic cyclone is being created here.
So I have to make an athletics check.
Only if you move.
Acrobatics, should you move when you begin, so you're near here. If you stay here, you're fine. As soon as you go to move, the pole will kind of start pulling you into it like a whirlpool. You'll have to make an acrobatics check to avoid the effects of this tornado. All right.
Hey, as a reaction. Wait, as a reaction!
Yeah.
I'm gonna spit blood towards where it is and use laugh at danger. So all of my allies within 30 feet get a +2 to AC because I took damage.
All right. Holy shit. Everybody gets +2 to AC.
Yay!
Within 30 feet. I don't know how many people are.
Every
Yeah.
Laurel actually fits in that.
Maybe
She's
not
just
Laurel?
at 30. No, she's
50?
just at 30 feet because Laurel can only move 30 feet per
So
turn.
everyone gets +2
So
AC.
everybody gets +2 AC.
To anything or just to attack?
Just AC.
Do everyone.
Just AC.
AC,
It's
so
just-
EAC, KAC. Your armor
Nice.
is now up by 2. All right, the hag's movement. She does that. She's actually going to move towards Cliptic just to kind of like intercept. So she basically, without moving, almost like one of that anime shape-shifting, just shifts and then pops up in front of Cliptic. Cool. So this thing kind of shifts and then just phases right in front of you, and it's now up in your grill, Cliptic, but that was its turn.
Okay.
Tim is going to do exactly as he was told. Carry Flinch, I can't remember names, is going to carry Flinch as best he can. Oh, no, my friend. And he's going to cart you off into the ship, and using full round action, he's going to run the 90 feet to get towards sick bay to place you down no, he only needs the 30 feet to get, or 45 feet to get there, but he is going to make a medicine check. See if he can assist in some of this.
Quickly though,
Yeah.
as he's carrying me and he tries to lay me on the bed, I am really weak, but I'm not letting go.
Oh.
I'm like so much in shock, just gripped. But he could just, I'm so weak, he could just, meme. But I'm just like shaking, holding on. Yeah. Because it's a dramatic moment. Because why not?
Well, he's having a hard time trying to grab things with a whole body on him and also like scarfing around. He's not able to get much on the go, but he's trying to find something to help deal with your poison effect. Thank you for listening to this episode of Spacers. If you have any suggestions of what you would like to see us do next, please leave us comments and messages on Ko-fi and Facebook, and leave us a review on your platform of choice, as it really does help. Until then, our next episode of Spacers will air Tuesday, October 12th, and as mentioned, we are trying to set up a new setup at the end of the month for The Call, and we will be aiming to bring new episodes for that next month without losing the atmosphere that makes it what it is. With everyone's work slowly returning and our wacky schedules becoming more erratic with all the catch-up, not a lot of time has been allotted to the new TGS stuff that we've had on the go. We are looking into plans to fix this that can work on the long term as things begin to return to normal, whenever that may be. One step at a time. Music and ambient tracks in this episode licensed through Triune Films and Artlist. Your players this evening were Bailey Yarkey, Derek Snow, Elizabeth Wells, Janessa Coles, and Lindsay Delansky. I was your host and GM, Zach Barrett. Have a good week, everyone, and we'll see you next time.